What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Dybala. If you want cheap and reliable coins, go over to U7Buy in the description. Look at all the coins, go to your purchase, and before you hit checkout, make sure you use the discount code JT11. Use the code and you should get 5% off all of your FIFA 23 coins. So in today's video, we're looking at this Argentinian who I believe is getting a one-to-watch card. He made a quite surprising move from Juventus last year to Roma. He's gone down one rating. He is a centre forward originally with two positions he can change into, a cam and a centre forward. Disregard the centre forward, that is where he starts, so he technically would be a striker, but the cam is where you want to kind of know. The striker's good and the cam's good. Centre forward, there's not too many positions where I think that is a viable one, but again, I've not searched all of the formations to really see the useful side of it. But Dybala's coming in with a 4-star, 3-star, left-footed as always, high-low on the work rates. He is 5'10". We've got injury-prone, finesse, outside of the foot, flair, and that is it. Then we have the attributes then. So he's always been one of them cards that it's semi-okay. He's a decent card to start with, kind of tails off a little bit. And then once he gets his kind of bonus cards in the 90s, that's when this card really starts coming alive. If it's a moment, if it's a hero, a flashback, or obviously if he does manage to get himself a team of the season, then this card becomes again very, very relevant / a player of the month. But right now, he looks like he could probably do something with it. Pace-wise is looking okay. We've had to whack that Hunter on because we definitely need that big increase on that sprint speed, taking it to 84 and getting the acceleration to 92. We've already got a good amount of shooting, but again, we could kind of really benefit from a boost from that, taking him to 90 rated on that shooting, as well as 91 finishing, 88 shot power, and 86 positioning. Passing-wise, we've got good short game, long not so much, but I'm expecting him to be that kind of one-touch passer, as well as then the dribbling actually coming in quite nice. Reactions are a little bit low, and composure is it's probably average to good at the moment, but again, like I say, it will tail off. Stamina is the only issue with this card. He's not necessarily going to be incredible as a one and only striker. I feel like you're going to have a partner with him or playing him in that cam role. I feel like that is the kind of role that you can go with a little bit later, but in the start, or in fact, yeah. So at the start, you could play him as a striker if you have no other options. And later on, a cam would be beautiful for him because, you know, his passing's going to be there. It's got a bit of dribbling. It's got a little bit of long shot there at 89. You can't argue there. So let's jump into him. See what Dybala can do for us. First touch with Dybala. I'm expecting straight off the bat that agility to do absolute, not the agility, the acceleration to do wonders. And that left foot, I'm hoping, is sweet as anything. There it is. One touch. Oh, it's stunning. Dybala already on the score sheet in, 2 minutes? Absolutely sensational from the lad. Didn't expect to get him a goal this early on. There's a bit of Dybala. Can we get the flick? Oh, Rudiger coming in. Dybala finds the left foot into Dino as we pretend that we're going to go across, and stunning. The keeper makes an absolute blunder and Rashford capitalizes on that pass. Dybala looking for that left foot through as Rashford finds the hit. And honestly, I don't know how it went that way. Dybala looking for that Ronaldinho run. We've got Cruz coming in. Not going to be necessarily the one that I want to dribble with, but we've managed to get round and lose the ball. Dybala. It's just not enough mustard on it. Dybala wins it back. It's nice, and it's not quite for Di Maria's right foot. Oh, nearly picks his slot from outside. Dybala, Rashford volley. It had to be done. There's no way you get a position like that and not volley it. Dybala been very, very quiet in this attack. So we try and find something for him. Give him a bit of space. The finesse is going to work. I just feel like he can do it. I've just not quite got the shot power or anything right for it. But he has got a nice defensive line that is just sitting tight on him. Very hard to do anything with the kind of little pace. Once his acceleration is kind of gone, there's very little options for him to do anything. Dybala, that's what we want to see. We've whacked him into that cam roll and he's suited to the ground. Way, way better performance from him. He's opening them slots. He's not necessarily the last line of defense having to kind of almost create the chances as such. He's way better at kind of running that field, running up with everybody and just having that space and to be left alone basically because the strikers are needed. Oh, we're offside for that one as well. So then, Dybala, 29 or practically 30,000 coins. He is actually in the price range. That's pretty cool. So with him, I think he's a good player. He's not necessarily top-end material, and like I said at the start, he's a funny one because I feel like his stats scream very, very good striker / cam, and sometimes I'm finding a hit and miss with him. That being said, we used him as striker for the first game, and then during the kind of second game, we wanted to tailor it a little bit different, switch him into that cam role. I felt like striker was just a little bit out of his depth with players that can actually play very well. I'm still learning, and you do get people who you're playing who are more experienced. They just know how to use the game. They've managed to click very, very quickly. And I think the moment I dropped him into cam, he started to get more space. He was a bit more time on the ball because obviously they're tracking the strikers' runs. He's got that ability to shoot from long distance, and it opens it for him. So for me, I think cam is definitely the way forward for him. Managed to score a couple of goals in the end, which is always nice. Weak foot could be doing with an upgrade. That would be really good just to have that option of the right-footed pass as well. But overall, I was happy with him. I wasn't necessarily ecstatic. And the Serie A, definitely to start with, has a few nice players this year, but definitely, as we saw last year, once we get into these specials and the promos, that is personally where they really kick off. That's where we start to see some actually really good players in the Serie A. Barella's got a nice upgrade this year. Lukaku is there, but again, probably going to be irrelevant by some point. Martinez is looking good. We got Vlahovic at 84 now. Theo is just Theo. A cheeky Pogba that everybody forgot about. And obviously Dybala's there as well. Then if we go into the lower tier, Tomori, Chiesa, Leao. Again, once we start getting the 86 Tomori, the 87 Leao, the 89 Chiesa, that's when the Serie A really pops off. And hopefully Dybala joins them. I don't personally know how well he's doing at Roma. 6 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. So to be honest, that's not bad. Again, looking at stats rather than actually how he's playing, that screams to be he's doing well. He's settling. So that is a nice start for him. I think the pace-wise, definitely with a Hunter works. You've definitely got to have that upgrade because the sprint speed's just so low. Once we get into the sprint, you need to pass it off. His explosive style, which is at the top left there, is really good to start with, but then defenders will catch him. And with the 60 strength and 43 aggression, he isn't getting very far. Passing wise is very good. Shooting was decent. Dribbling, not bad. Can't grumble one bit. Composure could do with a little bit of work with the next sort of couple of cards from him. But overall, a solid card for 30k. Overall wise, I'd happily give him about a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 if you're going strictly cam. Let me know down below what you think and also any other players you'd like to see. We are getting through this list and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.